Mountain biking is one of the purest sports one can do, in my opinion. I'm just a guy. However, just like anything else in life, it can come with its frustrations. Progression is not linear, especially in this sport. This video I want to highlight how easy it can be to fall into the trap of getting frustrated and not continuing to push yourself. Just like anything else, when you're starting out in life, you're not going to start it at the top. Maybe some people are naturally better than the others. Maybe some people got more God-given talent. But when it comes to mountain biking, 3 things to me stand out. The first thing that stands out to me in order to progress in a non-linear fashion as a mountain biker is finding the right group of people to ride with. The second is not to get down on yourself when you don't get something or you do walk away with something. And 3 is listening to your brain, your body, and yourself in order to know how far you can push yourself and how far you should push yourself. I think the most important thing when you're starting out riding or just in mountain biking in general is falling in or having a good support system around you. Now, I think a lot of people can relate to this when they start out and they're doing a lot of solo rides and they enjoy it and they like it. But the biggest problem with that is when you come to a feature or you want to push yourself, you have a choice to make. You can either say, A, I'm going to do this and I don't care what the consequences are. And if I fall, maybe somebody might find my body in the woods a couple days later. Or B, you just most likely will walk away from it. And that's okay. But I do think that finding the right group of people to ride with is key to your progression. I think it is the biggest thing because you feel more comfortable. You feel surrounded by better vibes, better positive vibes. And on top of that, you could probably get pointers. For me, the biggest thing when I'm doing something or doing a feature that I haven't checked off yet is seeing someone do it so I know it's possible. I don't like doing run-ups. I don't like visualizing. I more like watching someone else do it. Because to me, and again, I'm different. Everybody else has their methods. But for me, I look at it and I say, wow, this is possible. Something that I haven't done is possible. And when you're riding with a big group of people or just another person in general, that unlocks so much. I think the biggest thing, however, when you are riding with a big group of people or just another person in general, like I said, is the safety in knowing that if I can push myself and there is a fail-safe here, there is someone that can, God forbid, get me out and get me help if I need it. And it just more or less inspires confidence on many different levels. But before I go any further, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Hero Dirt Apparel. You can look those guys up at herodirt.net. You can use promo code DennyMTB20 for 20% off an order. Just put it in at checkout. Once again, thank you. The next thing is not beating yourself up too much when things don't go the way you want them to, or progression doesn't come as fast as you'd like it to. Or, in the case of most mountain bikers, you have to walk away from something, or if, God forbid, you have a crash. These video clips that you're seeing right now, in the bigger window, the bigger clip is from about a year and a half ago. And the smaller clip in the top right is of the same trail, but of this year, maybe a couple months ago. I just wanted to highlight this to show that the progression does come, but it doesn't happen overnight. It is minute, and there's just it's not going to be instantaneous. There's going to be times like in these videos where you fall or you walk away from something and it doesn't go the way you want it to, but that's okay. As long as you get back up and you try it again on a different day when you think that you're a little in a better headspace or you have somebody with you. I think the best part of most of these videos is highlighting the fact that, even though in the bigger video, I'm not riding at a high level, I'm riding at a beginner level, most would say. I'm still following somebody who's an advanced rider. And as I said ad nauseum in the previous video, in the previous section of this, I think that's so important, because you learn and you get confidence, and like I had said, there is that fail safe to know that if God forbid something did go wrong, or you did unfortunately get hurt and crash and the bike broke, somebody's with you to help you out, either to fix the bike or to get you out, or just to call the bike patrol or to call somebody. Now, I want to talk about listening to your mind and your body when it comes to progression. Your body has a natural instinction to get itself away from danger, but unfortunately, the best part about mountain biking, especially downhill and free ride and enduro riding, is facing that danger. I said it before and I'll say it a million times. You can play a great 9 holes of golf, or you could play disc golf, or any other kind of golf apparently, and you could walk away and you can have a good day. But man, when you face down a feature that you've been eyeing and you nail it, and it's something that's a little bit high risk, and you just stomp it, that is something that truly I do not think could be matched. However, there is certain points where you do need to listen to your brain and your gut in order to progress through a feature. Full disclosure, this video was inspired by the Ride and Laugh podcast, by something that Dan and Sage had said, and that was talking about doing a feature and not being in the right mental state for something. And I believe it was Dan who said, I was thinking about how it would be after I rode away from this, and not being in the moment. And to me, that stood out big time, because when it comes to this sport, especially if you're not even just racing, if you're just riding downhill, or you're riding tech, or you're riding flow, you have to be locked in at all times to that front wheel and whatever is in front of you. If you do not keep it pointed straight, that's when bad things would happen. So that's the mind part of it. And now the body part of it is, listen, we've all been there at the end of a ride. Everybody, you're tired, nobody calls last lap, but you're like, I didn't get to ride that one double black trail. Your body's going to tell you if it's up for it or not. That's when people get into trouble, is if you go, I'm pretty banged up. I'm pretty tired. I rode about, 10 laps today. Maybe, all right, I'll do one more, wink, wink. And that's when you can get into trouble. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you yes or no. And listen, it's okay. It's okay to walk away and save it for another day. How about, next time you come back, you hit that double black trail when you're rested up and you're fresh. One of the last things I want to say, and it's something that's always stood out to me, and it was something that Dale Stone said, or Dangerous Dave. I can't remember which one it was. Those guys are both great. Is that nobody cares if you ride it, except for you. So it's okay to walk away. So, wrapping up this video, the one major takeaway I want everyone to have is, again, progression is not linear. Some days you have good days, some days you have bad days. But these 3 steps that I've highlighted, I really think do help in getting you along to be the rider you want to be, or the rider you think you can be. It has a lot to do with the support system and everybody around you. So again, I really hope that this did help, and if it did, if you took anything away from it, let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys have a good day. Get out there and ride something.